Are we waiting for something in this silence?
Don't know.
Yes, I'm sorry about that, everyone. I was just taking us live onto YouTube, and there's a long lag and delay with that. So I'm going to have a look into that and see if there's a quicker way to do it. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Cosmic Starseed Academy. These are the Pleiadian weekly sessions, Pleiadian Sunday school sessions, and today's date is the 15th of March, 2026, and it is precisely 7:18 p.m. here in Ireland. We have a very special guest this evening, Sheila Tillich.
Hello. Yes, I'm
Hello.
here. Hello.
Yes. We're also joined by Sam and Dennis Mulcahy and Seth. But Sheila is going to be doing a channeling. And Sheila, please introduce yourself. And I will keep an eye on the YouTube comments for questions
Wonderful.
as well. But please introduce yourself.
All right, I will. All right. Thank you, Soma, for having me this beautiful afternoon or evening. I am Reverend Sheila B. Tillich, and I am a galactic grandmother midwife. And to make it a little bit simple, I'm an actual international healer. I actually heal with the quantum energy of the star mothers and many of the other celestial beings that are out there. Yes, the Pleiadian star mothers are very much part of me. And I also, I love collaborating and in the heart coherence field with all of us as we unite in this beautiful energy. So that's who I am. And I do have a website. We can talk all about that later. But I'm delighted to be here. Thank you, Soma. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's an honor. It's and a pleasure, and I'm delighted that you're here.
Thank
Um,
you.
I absolutely love your energy, Sheila. And um, so before we would begin, Dennis, please, would you be able to do the prayers?
Okay, very good. So, as usual, I will begin with a simple prayer called the Law of One prayer. And I will say this prayer and then repeat it again a couple of times. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks that this is done. It is so. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks that this is done. It is so. And again, we are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, Mother, Father, God, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks that this is done. It is so. And a short I am mantra or prayer, which was shared to Blossom Goodchild. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis, as always. So, Sheila,
Yes.
I know that you've already introduced yourself, but please would you give a short introduction again?
Oh, absolutely. All right. So my name is Sheila B. Tillich. I am a reverend. I'm also an energy metaphysician, and my actual practice is about helping others awaken, align, and stand in their power for who they really are. I also am a channel for the celestial beings, the star mothers. And a lot of people always ask me, who, which ones? And I try to share with them, it doesn't matter. They're all one. Just like what we just said in the prayer. We're all one in the energy of light and love. We are the truth. And my actual identity is about being who I really am, standing in my light, standing in my truth. So I am a galactic grandmother midwife, which means I channel to help you awaken with your DNA frequency, who you really are. And this is a great time in humanity where we are in the new energy of the new earth. And I also teach from actual scientific of who we are as light beings. And what is the difference now in this new earth energy? And what was it before? So we understand what is actually happening right now. Yeah.
That is a great place to start.
Yes.
So for those watching on YouTube, Sheila Tillich questions, please put them in the chat and I will keep an eye on them. And so Sheila, thank you everyone for joining this evening. And if you have any questions for Sheila, please do put them in the chat and I'll also keep an eye on the Zoom chat.
Mm-hmm.
So Sheila, whenever you're ready, will you do a channeling?
Yes. What was the question? Because you're going in and out, and I only hear bits and pieces of what you're saying when I do channeling.
Okay, so whenever you're ready to start, yes, please.
Oh, you want me to channel now? Okay, I gotcha. I didn't know what you wanted, whether you wanted to
Whenever
start
you're
talking
ready,
first.
yes, please. Yes.
Okay, all right, here we go. All right, everybody. All right. Take a nice deep breath. And what you can do, dear ones, is connect in the energy of love and light. You can put one hand on your solar plexus and one hand on your heart center as we connect in the energy of one. So, dear ones, yes, we are here, the galactic star mothers, star beings, galactic family of light. And as we join together in this light, we are joining our frequency and who we are as light beings at this time of humanity. And there are many, many things happening upon the earth right now. This change is changing you in every molecule of your body. And what is happening now with all the actual frequencies, whether it is from Mother Gaia or whether it is from the galactic with us, it is the energy that is awakening who you really are as a star being, as a child of the light. And this is your wake up. So, dear ones, we would like you to bring your focus now as you close your eyes and start to feel the energy moving from your heart center down your feet, grounding you into the roots below your feet. And as this energy vibrates out, we are connecting with a collective force around. And this is the unity that we are all sharing right now. For you now, as you breathe in and you breathe out, we are now going to bring you down into the cave of creation, into the core of Mother Earth, where you hold the frequency of your divine soul source, your higher self, all of the lifetimes that you've had on planet Earth and also in the galactic. And as you breathe in and out, the energy that we are bringing through is combining this new energy of awakening to your codes that are vibrating every single day. And this vibration is actually changing the physical chemistry of your body. And a lot of people say, Star Mothers, what are you talking about? We are talking about your carbon-based cellular structure as a human, as it is recalibrating up to a crystalline frequency of divineness. This is the true DNA that you have, the multidimensional abilities that you have. And that's why, dear ones, many of you are starting to wake up at this time, and you have always known that you were different, but we were the same. Different meaning, you had intuition, you had knowing, you had frequencies of empathic frequency coming into you and knowing that you were different. Now, dear ones, as this energy keeps changing on planet Earth, the whole frequency of the Earth is different now. That is why you are seeing so many changes happening in your world, wherever you are on the planet Earth. And this is all energy that has been waiting to come out. And it has been foretold by your ancestors, whether it's Aboriginal, whether it's Native American, whether it's Irish or America, or whether it's Europe, or whether it's down to India or South America. The key is that your soul is awakening to who you really are, your identity as a star being, a light code, and the activation with that frequency of your divinity. Now, what we will tell you is that every system of your body is being changed. It is being moved up to a higher frequency of spiritual knowing. This is the awakening of spiritual knowing who you are as a celestial being. We like to say celestial because Sheila does channel the Star Mothers, and the Star Mothers are the angels. And she has channeled the angels since she was a little girl. And it was only through her own development, her own experiences, that she totally woke up to who she is. And now she stands in her light. She'll be also channels Princess Sophia. And many know that word, Sophia, whether it's Sophia codes or the connection with Jesus, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, or whether it's a word that you've always known, like Sheila B has. It is about the divine feminine and the connection with the divine masculine as they merge together to be one with the light and love that's here right now. So, dear one, as Princess Sophia comes through, she's the main channeler with the Star Mothers. For you see, Princess Sophia is Sheila B's identity in Lemuria, where she received her humanoid 24th chromosome from the Pleiadian Star Mothers, and she was a midwife back then, her first generation as Lemurian. And you see, as Sheila has developed in this lifetime, she is a midwife. Many, many learning experiences brought her to this actual conception or acknowledgement of who she really is. So this midwifery energy is about carrying the light of who you are to help you awaken and to understand the physical changes in your body is happening right now on planet Earth. And it has been prophesied, yes. It is part of this 36-year time period of quantum awakening or enlightenment. Whatever you choose to call it, it is about higher consciousness, your super consciousness, to understand that you have the abilities to tap in to all these different areas of abilities, whether it's telepathy, whether it's actually intuition, whether it's clairvoyance, whether it is empathy. It is about that frequency. And as Sheila B stands in the light as the energy metaphysician, the metaphysician part is to help you enlighten and bring in that frequency to help you on your ascension journey, to help you have ascension wisdom. And that is what Sheila B helps bring forward through many, many channels. Sophia, the Pleiadian Star Mothers, the Ectorian Star Mothers, and the Syrians, where she very much connects with the Syrian Star Mothers as she brings forward unity healed feeling in a quantum healing modality. This is about standing in that 24th chromosome, how your body is slowly changing from a carbon-based structure, cellular structure, into a crystalline structure of energy. So you see, when Sophia channels the Star Mothers, she always grounds you into Mother Earth because you are a human living your life on planet Earth. However, you have many, many experiences that you have encountered in this human existence on planet Earth. And as you go down into the earth and ground into Mother Earth, all those experiences that you have happened on planet Earth is within the energy field. And whenever you are born as a human again, that spiritual frequency comes up, comes through, helping you learn, share your wisdom. Now, we're not talking about past lives, actual changes, or knowing what happened in the past life. We're talking about the abilities to tap into the wisdom from those past lives, not the negative things that happen of survival. Those are negative energy loops that you use for survival to be who you are now. You are a celestial light being awakening to your power. The power is your dimensional abilities to tap in, to feel above the 5D. You have been working your whole life to be in this energy right now. Higher dimensional energy that is awakened on planet Earth. And yes, many are still being actual triggered from the old energy. And that is fear, dear one. It is all about love. You are love. You are from the cosmic realm of light and love. And many channels are here right now to bring forward this unity of coherence, heart coherence, heart love frequency. And you do this just by breathing every single day. For you see, you breathe in all of those frequency changes that are happening daily, quickly, very quickly. Those timelines are changing every single day. And your structure is changing. Your
Sheila,
nervous system is changing. Yes, dear one.
that is perfect timing. I have a question.
Oh, absolutely. Please
Thank
go
you.
for it.
How can we better or more assist our bodies to adjust to the crystalline human being that we're turning into?
All right. I
Is there
love that question.
anything? Okay, thank you.
Oh, there is so much. And we are so grateful that you asked that question, Soma, because it is about you living in the present moment, about going within. And the easiest way is to stay positive and think positive. And only let positive frequency comes into your thought process. The easiest way that we suggest is as soon as you open your eyes in the moment, in the morning, you give thanks and gratitude. Before you even step foot out of your bed, thank your higher source. Show your gratitude, your positiveness. And we will share what Shilby does every day. She actually gets up and puts on the coffee. Then she goes pee. Yes, it's a human thing she has to do. And then she goes outside. And she connects with us, Mother Earth. She connects in the frequency of Mother Earth. She touches any type of plant that she can, or her feet on the grass. And at this time where she lives in the Eastern Hemisphere, in the Western Hemisphere, in Eastern America, there are grasses starting to come up. There is a little bit of snow, but not too much. And she goes barefooted into the grass so that she can feel the frequency of Mother Gaia. And this is what we would suggest, dear one. As soon as you can, as quickly as you can after you wake up, go and connect with Mother Gaia. That is what we would suggest. And there's much more, Soma. Would you like to ask another question?
Yes, please. I'm thinking more along the line. That was wonderful. And I'm thinking more along the lines of things that we can put into our bodies that are of a more higher frequency, such as food or crystals or energy work or meditations, things that we can.
All. Yes. First of all, I would like to explain what is happening in the magnetic field around the Earth right now. You have so many opportunities to bring that energy into the present moment. Your water that you drink, bless it. Give it thanks. Because it's your intention that goes into it. And remember, it's your frequency. The food that you eat, yes. Do not be so hung up whether it is bad or good for you. And let your intuition know what your body needs to eat. But you can think more cleaner, meaning healthier. What is this food going to do for my body? What choices do I make? And choose food that will nourish your body, because your body is changing on a daily basis. It needs good food. It needs good nutrition, because all of your systems are being changed, and it needs nourishment, then yes.
Um, for new people and new audience listening, I'm also a channel, but I have recently been watching some of Dolores Cannon and her previous work, where she reportedly said that these are the days when we will struggle on a physical level to keep up with the human body turning into or becoming a crystalline structure. And I kind of feel that within my own body, that my physical body is kind of lagging behind or struggling with the energetic changes. And I know that Dolores Cannon has passed away, and I know that she was a great teacher on earth for many of us. And I know that she pre-warned us that the physical body would go through some challenges and difficulties in keeping up with the energetic changes occurring on earth now. So I guess what I'm I mean, is that it, Sheila? Just food? And I mean, I don't mean is that just it, but I mean, for those of us who are already doing that with food and water, do we need to step that up, or is there other things we can add?
Oh, much more, much more. Besides food and water, it is about the energy and the thoughts that you put out there. Because the energy is shifting so quickly, we are all connected together and we are all feeling this change. And as Sheila B., as the energy metaphysician and the healing that she does, it's always about the actual blockages, the negativity that you carry from other lifetimes of survival. So when you put into play about starting to take control of your old body, your own body, your own intention that you put out there, you can change anything in your life. Now, we will not say that everything can be changed, but what we will say is that you have the choices and you have the power. And yes, what Doris Cannon had said was about the energy that was here at this time, at that time. The energy is a little bit different now, is because the frequency has changed. The actual astrology has changed. We have so much more helpers that are out there right now to actually change the frequency to be crystalline, actual molecules in your body. So there is many, many factors, but the biggest one is for you to set your own power and to look at your life. What is not working for you anymore? What you need to heal? What is triggered for you? Where can't you move forward? That's where energy healers come in to play, can help you, or any channels, is for you to go on a personal level. Look at the food that you eat, but also look at the thoughts that you have. If you're always in the negative or thinking badly about yourself, or the shoulda, wouldas, and couldas, where you beat yourself up, that is one of the biggest downfalls from shifting into this higher consciousness. It's all about your own healing frequencies, what's coming through you, and the frequencies that you encounter every day as a human being. For you see, as you keep changing, your frequency expands more and more and more. And this is what you give out. And dear ones, I will also talk about protection. We have been taught that you need to protect yourself from all this negative stuff. Well, we would like to share with you, you are the light. Nothing can touch you. If you stand in your light, that's your frequency. And not allow, command and demand, talk to your cells, Your cellular structure is your spiritual knowing. So you can state it. And that's why we started talking about waking up with gratitude, positivity, going out, and using the elements that are so important for you at this time. The elements that are out there to help you, and all the other helpers that are out there. It's a personal revelation. It's a personal recalibration. And it's about just being very, very present and keeping it simple. We want to put so much analytical thought into it, when all you need to do is keep it simple, is to stop, breathe, bring the energy through, and ask for help. And there are so many helpers here to help these days. And that's why we are together on this broadcast right now. Bring the energy through, because so many are going through all the fear of the upheaval of the earth, and they do not understand. They look at judgments, they judge people, and they look at people from their past own hurts that they have not healed yet. Hurting people hurt. Healed people heal. And there is a reason why you come into the connection with other people. It's to build the frequency of love and light, and to let go of the things that no longer serve you. And many of us can't do that yet, because we're still living our lives in the old thinking, the comparing ourselves to others, the unworthiness of ourselves, the guilt that we have. And I say we because we're talking through Sheila B. Sheila B is talking through Sophia, and Sophia is bringing all of us together. For you see, we've experienced this too, dear ones. That's why we are the mothers who brought the wisdom to you and have seen you struggle, obstacles, challenges. But dear ones, we want you to understand that those are all experiences that you came here to learn, and you earned it. You came here to learn all these struggles and obstacles, and now it's about discernment. It is about, why am I feeling a certain way? Maybe I need to change my programming, change the channel, as they say. Because if you always look at things the way you always did, that's what you're going to get. So now, if you want to really change yourself, it's an inside job, as Sheila B always says. It's an inside job. It's a wake-up call, and your choices, you can choose to believe or behave a certain way, or you can choose to change yourself. And where we, the Star Mothers, want you to understand is keep it very simple. When you complicate it and go on your analytical mind, you complicate it. Does that answer your question, dear one?
It does, Sheila. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Would the Star Mothers and yourself be happy to talk about Trump? And I've recently seen that information on social medias and the internet that Trump is a time traveler.
Yes, he is. Very much so. And he is here to be the disruptor at this time, because humanity needs it, or it will not survive. Humanity needs to change things that have been done in the past. For now, you've come to a time of change. You need to change. And if he did not come as the disruptor and as the time traveler, it would have been Armageddon and a World War III. And that affects us, the galactic source. The universe, the physics is all connected, dear one. The physics is all connected.
May I ask a question? There seem to be a lot of casualties with decisions that Trump is making, and many people are very upset about this.
And dear one, what casualties are you talking about?
The death of many of the military. There are reports of many military having died or going to die.
You need to look with discernment when you hear reports like that. The amount of souls that have left this earth, who that have hurt and been hurt in the last 50, 60 years is humongous, is huge. What is happening right now is not that catastrophic, as the media will try to tell you. For you see, this is about duality. Duality of a spiritual warfare. Yes, it is a spiritual warfare. And what is put out there in the mainstream or legacy media is the opposite of what is happening. The many people's lives that are being saved because of this. And it depends on where you get your information from. If you still listen to the old ways of doing things, you're going to stay in that fear. But dear ones, there are great things that are happening right now that needs to happen because humanity will survive. And as a time traveler, President Trump, we give him the name President Trump because he has earned that. And he is a peacemaker. Go.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. So Sheila is going to continue.
And the question. I got to go back in the channel here. They go in and out. So
I was sharing my experience in just now in the group that I had with Trump that I'm not wanting to share publicly yet. That may change, but I just wanted to share it with you and the people in the group now, and to get your thoughts on it.
So what you seen? All right. I'm going to talk to Sheila B right now. All right.
Okay.
All right. I don't see that at all.
I don't think I think maybe I didn't explain myself well enough, or so what I saw, Sheila, is that he was given two options. One was the one I said, or the other one was the decision he made because he didn't want the other more destructive option. Does that make sense?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Right? Because all right. He is a time traveler. And what he is doing is needed to do to help humanity move forward. And a lot of times when negative stuff comes through, it is part of the fear of humanity. Because there's never been a time like this before. Things are all changing. So, staying in the Christ consciousness or super consciousness, think of the good that is happening right now, because the energy is changing. What is being seen is things that have been hidden for a long time, that has caused all the fear. And the things that are being reported is a personal agenda to keep the fear active. That's not what you are, dear Lord, dear you children of the light. You are part of the Christ consciousness. You are here to shine your light. However, many of you are empathic and feel it very deeply, but still living in the old wounds of other lifetimes and not understanding this is the time of change. This is the time to put positivity out there, to live your life, and it always begins with you. It begins with the things that need to be cleared in yourself. Instead of thinking the old and staying in the negativity, look at the bigger picture. And as Sheila B. always talks about, is that puzzle, putting the puzzle pieces together to see the tapestry of your life. What are you here for? And if you keep doing what you always did, you're going to get what you always got. So, going within, into the dimensional abilities that you have, seeing beyond the fear, commanding to only see the light. Start to feel that beautiful channel, frequency, pillars of light come down you, and stay in that frequency. There are so many that live in the fear. It's about love, dear one. It's about the light. And when we have different subconscious things that come out, especially during your sleep time, that is going to draw more fear, is because you're still there. Subconsciously, it's coming out right now is because this is part of the clearing and the releasing of the old carbon-based frequency. That's what Sheila B. started talking about in the beginning. What is the crystalline frequency? What is that? That is love and light. Those are the light codes that are coming through. The light codes, as you breathe it in every day, is changing the frequency in your cellular structure, every cell of your body. Your thoughts, your frequency. Energy is thoughts, and thoughts are energy. And when you put the thoughts out there of your fear, that is what is going to take over. What choices? Choices. Choices. What you need to know today. And that's where we come into play. Sheila B. always talks about being in the present moment. Go with inside, breathe in and out. And as you breathe in the help from Mother Gaia. And that is going up into your soul star above you, connecting you with the galactic magnetic grid around you that is going through your physical body. That's why it's so important to be in the present moment. Just relax so that your neurons, those synapses can connect with the relaxation respond. Instead of thinking, going, you want to slow down. Sheila B. has had to learn that. For as we started channeling with her years ago, she kept having talk fast, because as a child, she was not heard. She was not validated. And so she had to get everything out quickly so she could be heard. And we say to her, slow down, dear one. Go with inside. that you are here to learn. That's the wisdom that you earned through this lifetime and all the others, as we had shared before. So, dear Soma, what other question would you like to ask?
I do have a question. At the moment, I'm finding it very difficult to. I feel like I feel like I'm very much operating in two different measurements of time. So energetically, I'm way ahead, but physically, I am very much lagging behind and going at a much slower pace than I am energetically. And I'm finding a discombination of those two energies where I've energetically I'm much further ahead than I am physically. And I'm finding that I'm struggling with the physicality of it's not in conjunction with each other. The physicality of the 3D and my work at the moment, especially to do with all, my website and all the background work that I'm doing, is out of sync, out of alignment with where I am at energetically. I know that will make sense to you. Maybe not to everyone, but how do I bring that more into balance? Because the 3D I find is actually holding me back from moving forward because they're so out of alignment, and I don't know how to raise the 3D energy within my body.
Patience, dear one. And most of us do not have patience, especially Sheila B.
That is very funny, Sheila, because that's a message I had today, that the reason that is in place for me at the moment is because I need to learn patience. So it's very funny that you said that.
Oh, I'm just coming out of it here. It's like I just laugh is because we want it yesterday. We want that whole elephant eaten at once, and it doesn't work that way. As we as human beings walking in this physical 3D energy right now, and we are in awakening and enlightening and all the stuff that's happening inside of us is that we want it now. However, as the Star Mothers talked about, the 36-year time period, this is 2026, and we have another 4 years of full expansion. More things are coming out, more healing, more releasing in each and every one of us, right? All right. So, and Sheila B is I'm going through it myself, me. All right. And you're going through it. And that's exactly why, Soul Source brings us all together so that we can help each other as healers. And a lot of people think that because we are healers, that we should be completely healed and we should be on a higher path and that we're saints. It's like, no, we're not. No. And I've always said, don't ever put me on a pedestal, ever. I always tell my students that is because I will fall off. I'm human. I am human. She'll be is human. And I will fall off. However, I'm very grateful for the spirit world is because I know why I chose the family I chose. I know the lessons that I've learned from it, and I'm going to learn a lot more. But I also know that I'm ascending, which means I'm not done yet. And a lot of people think when you hear about the ascension that you're going to go rise up and be with Jesus, and it's like it's not that. It is a spiritual awakening, and we all do it in different ways, and then we do it together. And one isn't any better than the other. It is about taking each other's hand. Let me walk with you. Yeah, I hear you. And Soma, when I think of the people or the pain that I've encountered, and when I go back into that pain and I get stuck in that pain, I get really down and depressed. And so I have to purposely think of the positivity. I have to listen to the own words that I tell everybody else. We have to do that. And sometimes, because we're so sensitive, it takes over. We can't do that. And then we beat ourselves up when we do that. And it's understanding that if we were crystalline based right now, if our bodies recalibrated immediately, we would burn up. So we need to understand the patience of it took us many 24 hours to get here to where we are now, meaning the things that we have programmed to believe and everything that's happening right now is there's a hand that went up. Is that my hand or somebody else's hand that has a question?
That's my hand, Sheila. There's a lady in the YouTube chat that is asking a question. And I'll read
please.
it. Okay, and I'll read it out. So it's Kira D says, her little dog got knocked down yesterday, and time is moving so slow since it happened. Please thank Sheila for all this information about fear versus love. It's exactly what's been on my mind. It sparks my energy.
It's good. Fear is the thing that keeps us stuck. And that's exactly what you are hearing in the media. Social, mainstream, is because they want you to stay stuck. They want you to stay in the old feelings of not good enough, not worthy enough. But you are. And as you're here, there's no coincidence that all of you are here. Whoever's listening to this is because we understand. It's like, yeah, I get you. I relate to you. And I accept you for the way you are. This the key is that we have to learn all new ways of existing now. Our bodies need to. They need to assimilate this energy. And we're human beings, so we don't get perfect all the time. But what we can do is keep it simple. And that's why I keep going back to keeping it simple. And also, face your fears. You're going to stay stuck. And you're going to think back as, why didn't I do something back then? It's because you weren't ready. It wasn't time yet. But now it's different. Time is speeding up. The actual timeline changes every single day. Is happening. I mean, I have stories, my own personal stories, and it's been really crazy, this energy where my brain doesn't function. Or what I shared with some of my community is a couple of weeks ago I went shopping at night, and I brought all my groceries in. I had my car parked outside my apartment here, and the next morning I got up to go somewhere and I thought my car was stolen. Oh my God, where's my car? Well, what happened was that my brain wasn't there. I was in another timeline. My body was trying to assimilate this energy that's coming in, and those called ascension symptoms that we're feeling. And I went around the building, and my car, I left it by the side of the parking lot, on the side of the apartment. And it was filled with frost, and it was real cold that night. And I just laughed at myself, but I didn't remember doing it. I didn't follow through. What I normally do is put the groceries in the house and go outside and move my car. But my brain these timelines are changing every single day, where the frequency is coming in. And we're having all these different things that are happening. And a lot of it is fear. Oh my God. Oh my God. And when things happen, it's happening on a daily basis. And that is how fast this energy is changing. And to think of how many years you've been on this earth, and you always did it a certain way. And then all of a sudden now things are speeding up, and things are affecting you really quickly than it normally would, because it needs to.
Thank you, Sheila. And thank you so much.
I
know.
we do this together. We don't, it's like fear comes in so many forms, and we do it. We don't, what I always say when I counsel with people is like, think of what you're thinking. If you put yourself down, I should have, would have, and could have, I should have done this, would have done that. You're always thinking negative instead of that's the way you were programmed. All right. And think of what can I do next? And when you say it out loud, it's in the vibrational field. That's what I always say. It's okay to talk to yourself. It's okay to talk to your dogs. And all, by the way, the animals are very, very spiritual. They're very, very connected with you. You know, they're right there. And our loved ones are right here. They're just in a different dimension. They haven't gone anywhere. And that's why when I share my story about all the trauma, all the stress I've been through, my whole family members, they're all dead. They're all gone. But I communicate with them daily. Daily. There was 10 of us altogether. I was number 6 out of 8 kids, and they're all gone. And I'm closer to them in spirit now, is because this dimension, this veil is so thin. And what is happening is that they are trying to communicate with us for us to shift. And when we think the negative, that's the old ways. But if you realize how much you think negative, you will say, oh my God, 100,000 times a day, I think negative. Yeah, you do, because that's what you've been programmed. So it's like, it's setting the intention, making the choice to do different and to listen, because they're always there guiding you. And they're always there trying to communicate with you. It's about whether you choose to listen or not, or whether you want to stay stuck. And that's where a lot of times people change friends, people, places, and things. That's why recovery, being a recovery metaphysician, I talk about that a lot. You know, I've been over 40, 41, almost 42 years in recovery myself. And 33, next month it'll be 33 years sober. And it's about recovery tools, about how do you change yourself. You do it one bite at a time. But also you really take a look at yourself. And a lot of times we stay in that resentment and that anger, blaming, being the victim. We're not victims. We have choices. Every single one of us have a choice, right? Choosing to listen to this video.
Yeah.
All right.
You're just, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for the questions.
You're welcome.
I have no doubt that Sheila will be joining us again. Sheila, please share and promote your things that you have coming up recently and the work that you do and where people can find you. And if you send me all the links, I know that you did send some already.
Yeah.
I will include them.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. First of all, in 2 days, I will be on a global summit, and I am one of 35 practitioners around the world from 46 countries that are part of this free summit for the world. It's about healing the world. And it is from Tuesday, the 17th through the 19th. And I'm going to be the first presenter at 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. And it'll go throughout the whole day. And then also you can actually join for free. We're going to put the registration link down there. And also you have the opportunity to, if you register now, you can get the actual replays for $22. And those replays are good for a whole year so that you can listen to each of the presenters differently. And they're all going to do different things. The Star Mothers are coming in. And my talk will be about the cellular structure, this energy frequency that's here now. Basically about the crystalline frequency. What is happening in our bodies and how do you change it? And so my role there is as an activator, and as I channel, I activate the frequency, your 24th dimensional frequency, to go into it and to help you transmit that energy out. So that's going to be on very shortly, 2 days from now. And also I have a Galactic Ascension Academy where I have people that belong to a membership where they connect with like-minded. All right. They come together and they share about their lives. We have a private Telegram group, and also we have 2 different events through the month. The first part of the month, the first Tuesday of the month, is actually the Star Mothers come in and do a healing activation, your own intention, whatever it is, and the energy comes through. And then also on the third Tuesday, which is going to be also this Tuesday, the 17th, the Star Mothers come into the inner circle, and they actually bring a teaching of what actually is happening right now. All right. So, and these are all recorded. You can, even many of the members that I facilitate aren't on the same time zone, so they always get the replays. And it's a great way of staying in the positive frequency, being with like-minded people. Now, I also have a new website that just went live recently, which is very easy to connect with, SheilaTillich.com. And what I would suggest is have a clarity call with me. How can I help you? What do you need? How can I help you with my services? And I have many of them. So I actually also teach energy healing modalities, and I teach quantum energy, integrated energy therapy, which I have been a master instructor, and I am a trainer of the masters globally. And I have been doing that since 2014. And I have classes. They have to be in person because they are about changing the DNA. And I also teach another modality called unity field healing. Unity field healing is about this 24th chromosome that is awake right now. And so when I do personal sessions, the Star Mothers come in and lead it. The Star Mothers give you a reading. The Star Mothers activate your DNA with the integrated energy therapy, which is about your soul's potential. What are you here for? And it's about releasing all those distorted old energy loops, about the old programming, about all those things you need clearing. And once you start to clear yourself, you can start having a higher connection with Source. That's the key, is that this energy wants to keep you stuck so that you believe whatever you hear, and you believe your old programming and what's been taught to you. And things have totally changed now. It's all about learning a new perspective. Go inside and ask. And then when you give permission, you can start feeling this energy come in. Right? So I do many, many things. And then I have mentorship. I mentor and I counsel and I heal at the same time. So there's many options, but first a clarity call, and that's SheilaTillich.com. You can do that. You can be part of the membership. You can be part of that. And many of the people in the membership are my former clients who I help them. And a lot of them are just regular people. And people that I teach healing modalities to are regular people too, not just only healers, is because the whole world is changing. Our humanity's changed completely. And it's all prophesized. It's all it's talked what Doris Cannon talked about. It's about the old energy that they seen was coming, Edgar Casey and all the old ones. And then also what is happening on the earth right now is about changing and getting unstuck from all that old energy. What is happening on the worldwide right now for us to survive. So, and if it sounds really negative, think of what the source is coming from. Who's trying to tell you? What agenda are they trying to put out there? And look at yourself. Why are you living in the fear? Why are you listening to that? Turn off mainstream. Go to the podcasters. Go to YouTube and put positive consciousness talkers. Change what you do so you're in a higher vibration. And you'll meet people like someone I met online.
Thank you so much, Sheila.
You're welcome.
So yesterday was very interesting for me. A new guide came in while I was channeling at the very beginning, who I've channeled before. And his name is Chief Golden Light Eagle. So I found that very interesting. he was the person that created the Starseed conferences. So I found that very interesting, and it seems like it's perfect timing that he stepped in to um, to be part of my spiritual guides. And during that session yesterday, I was seeing him very clearly, and but also my other team, Ashtar and Yeshua, and the Pleiadians, they have kind of upped their game. They came in a lot stronger.
Yeah.
But it's the message that I got with that is that it's going to be consistent, where they're going to come in with much more protection. So that was very interesting.
So I changed my words. Instead of protection, I say guidance. Now think about that. Guidance.
It's a different energy, isn't it?
A total different energy.
Yeah.
So that's where it's like I have to look at the words that I say and how I say it and what fear is coming out for it. And a lot of people say, you know, I got to put the pink bubble around me, protect me. It's like they always ask me, like I do my sessions in my home. And I do the energy right here in my office, all right, for when I do online. And as people say, well, aren't you afraid of having different energy in your house? I said, no, because I am the light. Nothing can touch me unless I allow it. And this is a sanctuary place. I am sacred. I'm sacred. So nothing can touch me unless I allow it. And that's why I say I allow nothing but the light to come in to my field, to my thoughts, to all that I do. And believe me, I do not do it perfect. Warts and all, as I say, warts and all. I have warts and all. And that's why I say, don't put me on the pedestal because I will fall. But that's where, you know, what we've been taught to do the right way. Don't do it that way. And I also do hospice work. And I love doing hospice work. I've done that since the 90s, is because it is such a privilege to watch a soul that is so scared. And once they cross over in communication with them afterwards, it's like they're just so grateful that it's not what they thought it was. The fear is gone. Once you cross over, the fear is gone. The fear is the distortion of survival. Now, all we have to do is be that light source. Stand in your light. And as a midwife, it's about growing you. Gestational time. Gestational time is all about all these changes that are happening. You're growing, you're changing. And now we have a chance to change the ascension time. So when we come back the next time, we don't have to start over again. That's the difference in the energy. We're going to stand in that light. We're going to come in knowing it, knowing the light. Yeah.
Thank you, Sheila.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I so much loved it. Thank you.
Thank you. Will you come again?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I'll come
Lovely.
again.
Lovely.
Yeah. You're welcome.